most of my pain just comes from my family. I don't know what else to say to that. I'm just gonna segue into the next joke. Okay, so this summer I went on a church trip. It was up to Michigan. It was a week long. In the middle of the week, they do a talent show. It's called The Alternative. Pretty much you just sign up and then you just put what you're going to do and then you go up there and do it. Like, you don't audition or anything, which can be good and bad. This year, there's these 3 kids that tried to tell jokes, and, like, pretty much they just, like, went on Reddit or, like, iFunny or Twitter and found a bunch of jokes, and, like, half of them were just, like, really jokes that were, like, 10 years old, and the other half were just, like, straight up racist. And, like, that's the thing, like, I don't mind racist jokes. Like, if it's just blatantly racist, it gets me upset. And one joke that they said that, like, there's no thought behind it, like, I'm not trying to be funny right here, like, they said, like, what is a black Mr. Clean? And the answer was Mr. T. And, like, out of all the people in the class, you're laughing. Like, that right there, like, I was furious at that because, like, the very first joke they said was racist, and they didn't, like, cut the mic or anything. They just let these 3 hoodlums keep going. And, like, I was upset about the Mr. T joke for days. And then, like, I just got to thinking, like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, Mr. T and Mr. Clean don't even look the same. Like, you could just say, like, oh, what's a black person that has Mr. in front of his name? Oh, Mr. T, like, oh, yeah, we're gonna get some chuckles out of that. No, like, nobody laughed. Like, all right, this is Mr. Clean, okay? And then this is Mr. T. My printer ran out of color, so you'd be able to tell the difference much more. But, like, the only thing is, you see that earring right there? There's, like, a lot of that over here. That's the only thing I can say is the same. Like, other than that, they're 2 completely different. Like, you don't see Mr. Clean or Mr. T on a bottle of Windex. Like, Mr. T, like, I pity the fool that doesn't buy my brand new aerosol spray, now with lemon scented. Like, no, it just, like, it doesn't work out. All right, another thing comedians do is they just ask, like, a generic question that usually relates to everybody. So that's what I'm gonna do. Who has, like, a younger sibling? Oh, wow! What a coincidence. I'm the oldest of 4. This summer I worked a lot at my church. My church is also a preschool, and my parents and my little sister there, and at the time I'm like, all right, cool, like, I don't have to watch her. Her name's Talia, she's 4. I'm like, I don't have to watch Talia this whole summer, which is great. And then I got my work schedule and found out I was working, like, every day, and I was like, oh, great. So, like, when I was there, whenever, like, we would pass each other, she would just run up and give me a big old hug. There we go. And, you know, it was nice, but, like, I saw her more times than I wanted to, which is fine. But, like, every time she would run up and give me a hug, all the other kids are like, oh, is that your brother? Is that your brother? And then, like, we would both just, yeah, I'm her brother. She's like, yeah, he's my brother. And, you know, we just leave it at that. So, like, every time we would do this, the kids started catching on. They're like, Talia, your brother's coming! And then, like, she would just, like, come over and hug me. And then, you know, pretty much they all caught on, except this one kid. Oh, no. I don't know his name. I don't even want to know his name because he is irritating. But, like, one day, she comes up and hugs me, and they're like, you're Talia's brother, aren't you? And I'm just like, for the 50th time, like, yeah, I am. And then I hear this voice, like, somewhere. He goes, are you Talia's dad? And, like, I'm just like, no, I'm her brother. And then the teacher said, no, he's her brother. And then my sister's like, no, he's my brother. And then he goes, no, you're her dad. And then he ran away. And I'm just like, how are you going to tell me, like, what I am and what I'm not? Like, and it got to the point where, like, I would pick her up, and they're like, Talia, your dad's here. Like, this kid started a rumor. Like, he turned the other kids against me. And, like, I don't know, I just started to think, like, how does this happen? And then I'm like, you know, he probably has his reasons. So I made a pro and a con list. Pros to where I might be a dad. I mean, I look like a dad. I don't know what dads look like, but apparently I look like one. I do look older than I am. Like, I get a lot of questions asking if I'm like a senior or no, like a sophomore, like junior in college, and I just chuckle. I generally dress like a dad. I don't know. I think I just dress like I'm supposed to, honestly. I have a dad body, which kind of hurts when you think about it. And like, if you just go off of that, like, I've been this way since I was like 12. So like, I guess I've been a dad since I was 12. I don't know. And then the cons of me not being a dad, honestly, like, I thought long and hard about this, and like, I just came to the conclusion that like, I'm not a dad, like, that's the only thing. So like, this kid like generally has me convinced that like I'm my sister's father, and like I just don't even know what to do. Thanks.